Good morning. Good morning. November the 7th. Jumping on a minute or two early just to let this thing buffer a little bit. So you guys that are watching it on the rewind, you can bear with me. Just kind of easing into it. Last couple of days, the cough is calming down, I think. More coffee. How we doing, guys? Just waiting it to strike 8 o'clock. You people that sit right on the edge of you people, you guys that sit on the edge of your seat and wait for me. Come on. The one of you named Wendy. I'm here. We're here. Jumped on a little bit early. So sometimes I used to notice that when I used to jump on the other person's live, and I would always feel like I was late, So I figure we'll let it get it a couple minutes on and get it up and going and see if it pops up on the Facebook and see if it shows up and see what's happening. So if you see me, comment, let me know you're here. I appreciate you. Good morning, Dave Davis from Denver, as we say here in Maine. We got to talk to Dave from Denver. Yes, sir, mister. So what is happening? Yeah, so it's showing me live now. I believe it. Alex Redmond with an 8.5, having a great week working out, hitting all his accountability tasks. I love to see it. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, what's happening, guys? Friday. Whoa. Yeah, I'll be handling the Daily Sales Accelerator today. We're doing Free Will Friday, but we're going to check in on those accountability tasks and goals you guys set earlier in the week. Good morning, kids, says Ban Dennett. I got my Merds wixed there. Whew, how you guys doing? It's been a week, right? They just click by, don't they? I mean, first week in November, boom, gone. See you later. Good morning, Mr. Roy Dahl. Good to see you, my friend. Guys, share this out. I dare you to share it right now, and I think that helps. Like, click on share now. Take a second and say I'm on with Bob, whatever, hanging out. We're going to see if we can crack the 20 mark again today. Good morning, Matthew Padron. Matthew Padron. I love saying that. If you don't say that name like once a day, are you even living? I was talking to Matthew Padron today. And there's Jess Novak. She'll be here. Jess will be here. Good morning. Anybody seen Touring Man? I miss saying Touring Man is here. And there's Jess coming in. Good to see you guys. What's happening? Day 4 or 5 of meds. So we got the prednisone and the Z-Pack and the emergency and the water and the coffee. Everything going at this thing. All hands on deck, fighting off the cold. I've got my Love and Kindness Threads shirt on today that says, "Your kindness makes a difference." So if you haven't got your shirt yet, check out my new ticker tape on the bottom. I'm getting techie over here. Thank you, Matt. Getting techie. Check out Wendy's Etsy store. She's got a meeting today with a local shop where she's getting uncomfortable and doing some things. So I'm proud of her. She's making moves. So yeah, I got a 2X just to see if it would shrink into an X, but it's probably a little bit loose. But I would say if you're going to buy one, like any shirt, buy a size up. That way, better too big than too small. So Dave Davis, thanks, shared. Better be good. I won't let you down, buddy. So yeah, we want to make sure we're doing good things out there in Denver. So what is happening, guys? Pop in the chat. How you doing on a scale of 1 to 10 today? Steve flew over to, I think, Munich overnight. So he's probably at the gym or something. I saw his post. He was going to go get some pork knuckle and beer, and Bubba was busting his chops on that, saying, I guess alcohol wasn't one of your things, your goals for this week. He said, heck no. So Dave Davis doing a 9 today. Love to see it. Yeah, well, good to see you guys. What's good? Anybody got a win they want to share in the chat this week? I think a few of you guys do. You've been doing the I'll call it the $2 bill, $2 challenge, where tape a couple of bucks to your bathroom mirror, stay with your accountability tasks all week. If you fail, you have to take those down and rip them up and put them in the jar. So are you still in the game? Love to see it. Love to see it. Yeah. It's been fun to watch the posts. I know Alex is going strong. Padron is going strong. Roy is going strong, I believe. Yeah, all you guys. So good stuff. I know Jess is doing it. Jess and Jen, or Jen. I know Jen is. I don't know if Jess is. I'm sure she probably is. Dan Bennett is doing it. So yeah, good to see you guys. And thanks for sharing it out this week. It's been fun to see some different faces or different names hop on and comment and get in the mix and share it out. So it's all good. Don't know, you don't get it unless you ask for it. One day I asked for 10 shares, got 17. Another day I didn't ask for any and got 2. So there you go. Right. So just continuing to make that a prerequisite for enjoying the time here today. All I ask, just share it out. So good. Yeah, glad to hear it, Jess. Awesome. Luke McGee is here. I never needed a jar already, seeing the difference with my thoughts. Yeah, perfect. Wendy said they should ban the name pork knuckle like you. Matt had a great client meeting yesterday. Last text from her was a heart. Awesome. Love it. Perfect. Thanks, Alex. Luke is in the building. Somebody find Touring Man. Where is he? And Matt Blood. You know, we got to get Matt Blood back on here. We miss us some Matt Blood. He's been busy. Anyway, guys, day 8 of 10 days to level up your business habits. Okay. Dave, put that seatbelt back on. Here's where it gets good. Good morning, Pat Johnston. Guys, let me tell you, I went to the mailbox the other day. Mostly everything comes electronically. So if I get the mail once a week, I'm doing well. And there was a key in there, so I knew there was a package. So we get the package back here. And Wendy said, "You order something?" I said, "No." So open it up, Amazon store or something. And damned if it isn't a bright orange percolator for coffee. And if you remember right, at camp, I was talking about using coffee bags and, not having to turn the generator on. And so I'll give you one guess who sent that to me. It was bright orange. Yes, Pat Johnston said, "I thought you might need this up to the cabin." And oddly enough, I've used it every day since I got it. Couldn't get more excited to get up in the morning and perk my coffee now. I've got a Keurig, I got an espresso, I got a big coffee maker. I'm using the percolator. So thank you, Pat, for brightening my mornings and my day. I appreciate you. So yeah, that was a step up for the 100 ducks that Roy sent me. Okay, we got to start over. Bubba's here now. Everybody pay attention. Look sharp. Look sharp. All right, guys. Feedback loops and improvement. Okay, talking about ways to level up your business habits over the last 7 days. Today is day 8. Okay, we want to talk about feedback loops. And I'll tell you what that is in a second. The goal isn't perfection, guys. It's progress. Okay, if systems are the engine, feedback's the oil, right? I haven't always loved feedback, right? Because I figure I kind of know what I'm up to, know what I'm doing, right? I'll be honest, but I have to really make sure I leave the ego at the door, right? Without feedback, like even the best systems seize up, right? Yeah, thank you, Pat. I appreciate it. Most people fear feedback because it feels like judgment, right? They're like, well, just listening, like this guy's obviously doesn't like me because he's got something to say about my process, right? Not the case. The best leaders crave it. They look for it. They ask for it because they know that feedback's not failure. Okay. It's information. It's fuel for improvement. That's Roy. Fuel for improvement. That feedback. Okay. Learn how to, if you're going to offer it, learn how to offer it without being a jerk. Right. I always default back to when I was running the construction business because that's where much of my experience came from. Good morning, Rachel. I thought if I got feedback, it meant something was wrong, but maybe it's just about improving a process a little bit. You don't need to get defensive, right? Or take it personally. Once I started to let go of the ego and go, oh, okay, that actually was a pretty good idea. Well, that guy's in the field. He sees what's going on. So why wouldn't I ask him, hey, what should we change? How is it working? All right. I don't know how to pronounce that. Fuß morning. Is that German? It must be. I don't know. Don't get me laughing. Oh shit. Excuse me. Yeah. I would have a PM in the field and they'd say, well, why do we do this way? I'm like, oh, I don't know. That's the way they did it at the other company. Let's do it that way. Perfect. All I care about is that we get from point A to point B. If we do it the way you do it and it works, great. Now, if it doesn't, we'll try it my way again, and maybe it'll work. Ask Steve. He's in Germany. Yeah, we need Steve. Where's Steve? Just a small change. How deciding how you're going to receive the feedback, right? And the improvement on this stuff doesn't come from working harder, guys. It just comes from listening better. Open those ears, okay? Feedback is the fastest way to grow. Wouldn't you want to know you're doing something wrong or that it could be improved? Like in February versus September? I would, right? If you want your systems and leadership, business overall to improve, you need truth. And you need people around you that will give you that, okay? You don't need the pat on the back, the flattery. Hey, good job. Yeah, perfect. Ah, looks good. Yeah, it looks good. It looks like trash, but I'm going to tell you it looks good. It doesn't look good. It could be better. Ask your team. Ask your clients. Where could we have done better? Where could we have been better here? Ask your mentors. Hey, you saw, if I do a speaking thing, I might say to Bubba, hey, what did you see? Where could I have been better? What worked well? What was confusing? What's missing? What would make this better? You asked. Okay, so you will receive. You'll be amazed at how much innovation lives inside those simple questions, or how much people won't share until they're asked. Okay, so ask for feedback, but just be ready to receive it. Don't be a wuss about it when you get it. Yeah. Don't forget the link to the Mid-South Pond retreat. We're heading out on Sunday. Still have day passes available, and if you're an adventurous sort, you can sleep on an air mattress in Bubba's, not my room, Bubba's room. So yeah, we're talking about feedback loops. So let's install some. Okay, don't wait for them. Improvement shouldn't depend on random movements or insight. Okay, it should be built in. We want to build that in. How do we do that? Here's some feedback loops. Listen up, Dave from Denver. Weekly team debriefs. How did things go? What worked well? What didn't this week? Right? Alex just jumped in with a timely comment. I asked the team every meeting, what can we do better and what can I personally do better to help make their lives easier and more efficient? The feedback has been great. Hopefully, Alex, you take a minute to also offer them a little bit of feedback as well, because that's a great environment. So how about monthly check-ins with clients, right? Hey, how's our communication and our delivery been? Quarterly reviews, okay? What systems need to evolve? What's worked? What hasn't? What's redundant, okay? You don't have to chase feedback when you make it part of your process, and people feel okay in giving it, right? There's some people I don't give feedback to because number one, I know they don't listen and they really don't want to hear it. They figure they've got it all figured out. So go navigate your path. Okay. I've quoted Dan Martell a bunch this week in his book, Buy Back Your Time. Dan says, what gets scheduled gets done. What gets reviewed gets improved. Okay. You've often heard me say, if we can track it, we can measure it. If we can measure it, we can analyze it. If we can analyze it, we can improve it. Okay. Good morning, Michelle. Guys, you've built habits, time systems, processes. Now close the loop on that stuff, right? Like every 90 days, just audit your business the same way you audited your habits on day one. Keep what works, fix what doesn't. Keep what works, fix what doesn't. Simple as that. That's how pros build compounding improvement, just like compound interest, right? Add a little bit every time, right? Grows over time. These processes will grow. Check out our daily sales accelerator at 10:30 Eastern this morning. See how I'm down doing commercials in between? Pretty skilled, right? How about my new ticker tape with the Etsy site on there, huh? Oh, Wendy, check it out. We bounced Bubba off there with his Mid-South Ponds link just for the day. So ask yourself this about your business, okay? Where in my business am I avoiding feedback because it's uncomfortable? Or maybe turn it around and say, where am I avoiding offering it because it makes someone uncomfortable? That's a challenge, right? Something we need to work through. That means we need to have a conversation. How about this? What's one system or habit I can improve this week with honest feedback? Yeah, how you doing? What's happening? How are we doing on that? How are we showing up? I'm so sweet. Never had a reverse cough, when you breathe in and you start coughing. Jesus, come on, man. Help a brother up. How about this one? Who on my team or in my circle, my sphere of influence, if you will, who can I ask for a straight answer today? You can ask anyone on this call, Bubber. Rachel says, having quarterly conversations with trade partners solved many issues versus losing a trade partner due to not asking. Yeah, for sure. Just ask. Wow, somebody cares. Huh. Yeah, check out the Live Like Jet Foundation too. Dave Howard, good to see you, buddy. So, guys, take one small action today. Like send one feedback request. Hey, how has this been going? Just checking in on this process. Or a team member. Hey, how are you doing? What more do you need from me? It sets up a great little turnabout question. Well, now that you mention it, great. I see what you're doing over here, and I would like you to try this. Or what would it look like if you did this? Okay. Ask a team member, a client, a peer, a mentor. Ask them, hey, you see what's going on. Where are my blind spots? What's one thing I could do better? If you use Chat GPT a bunch, type this prompt into Chat GPT. Hey, tell me something I don't know about myself. Whoa, be ready for that. Yeah, so type a fist pump in the chat. Give me a thumbs up. Send me a footprint, something, a heart, pointer finger in the chat. If you're going to ask somebody for feedback today, don't offer it, ask for it. Yeah, and if you haven't realized it yet, you're slow on the uptake. Wendy came out with 5 new shirts this week. 5 new, more inspirational, positive sayings, kind messages. So check it all out at the Love and Kindness threads on the Etsy. All right, the link is right there. Great Christmas gift. She's done well. She's really done well with it. I'm proud of her. I'm trying to stay out of it, I'm like, hey, what if you did this? What if you made a little hat? She's like, I'm like, okay, all righty. Yeah. DMV remodel construction. Good to see you. Jess Novak. Yeah, pop a fist pump or something. Thumbs up in the chat. If you're going to ask somebody for feedback today, hey, man, where could I be better? Alex says, I found being genuinely interested and caring in the team's personal life works well as well. For sure. How are you doing? How are things at home? Know their families' names. Paul Tarasuk. See you next week. That's a loaded question for ChatGPT. Yeah, Lindy. They want to make sure nobody's looking over your shoulder when you do that one. I was humbled when I asked Chat, because I use ChatGPT a lot for building out presentations and everything, and like I used it when I was just coming up for frameworks for like Mach 5 talk, all of that stuff. So it knows a lot about me, right? Rachel says scary, yeah, but you'll be surprised. It's actually pretty nice, so it's not hurtful. So, what's something? Ask ChatGPT. Tell me something I don't know about myself, right? Guys, if you're having sales calls, get a Plod. Mine's upstairs. It's a little credit card size thing that records. Take a transcript, pop it back and feed it through ChatGPT. Hey, as a top sales professional and trainer, world-class sales trainer, listen to this, read this transcript and tell me where I could have been better. Whoa. Okay, there's some feedback for you. If you don't want to ask a human, ask the bot for a little feedback, right? Victor Anthony's here. Good to see you. Thank you, guys. Please share this out today, guys. You can share it during. I don't know what goes on Instagram. Sometimes I get a few people on Instagram. Sometimes just 1 or 2. Custom and Quality Incorporated joining us on Instagram today. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging in. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, today, guys, we talked about feedback loops, okay? So don't be afraid to ask for feedback, but do it in a way that's going to get you some constructive feedback in a safe environment so somebody's not going to get penalized, right? Especially if you're an owner or a boss, right? Be a little bit careful. Some people will take advantage of it. Yeah. All of a sudden, a couple weeks later, you feel like you're working for them, and they're like, "Hey, and another thing." You're like, "Okay, buddy, I'm good. I'm going to work on those few things. We'll get it." So there's a tipping point, right? Okay. Um, Alex says, "Plaud's the best thing I've ever used. Could utilize it in so many ways." Yeah. Take it to a job site. Come back, download the notes, and send them back an AI created summary of your meeting within minutes. So, and guys, I mean, I know I only just scratched the surface of what can be done with those tools today, but I'm using them to the extent that I feel comfortable doing it right now. It's good stuff. So, yeah, guys, don't be afraid to ask for feedback. What's working well? What's confusing? What's missing? How can I make this better? Install a feedback loop, a weekly team brief, a monthly client check-in, quarterly review. Don't be afraid to do that, and then review it and refine it and repeat it. Like I said, Dan Martell says, what gets scheduled gets done. What gets reviewed gets improved. Okay. And then ask yourself, where in my business am I avoiding feedback because it's uncomfortable? It's not always comfortable to ask somebody, hey, how am I doing with this? How am I doing with this? All right. That's what I had for you today. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about, it's day 9. We're going to talk about building the machine. Talk about how to bring all your habits, systems, and feedback loops together into one cohesive operating system, that the machine that powers the business forward. Okay. Guys, this is intentional. The stuff that I'm doing here every day, I try to do 10-day kind of micro, I wouldn't call it a course, but focus on something. Sometimes business, sometimes personal, sometimes a mix of both. Hopefully something that as a business owner is valuable to you, as a key person in a business is valuable to you, as a leader, as a member of a team. We're all one of those. Okay. So great, Dave. I appreciate it. Share it out. I know you already did. Encourage others to share. Love to have more people here every morning. It's great. It's fun. It gets me fired up when I see the numbers climbing and know that we're helping more and more people every day. I appreciate you guys that come every day and make it a habit and start your day with me. It helps me. And so I'm working on my chops with my speaking and presentation skills and all of that stuff. I notice it when I go on stage and I speak, I feel more comfortable. So Rachel, we appreciate what sharing. I know I do 100%, 1% better every day. Yeah. Great. Thank you very much, Rachel. You're one of our regulars. Excuse me one moment. Did that mute button work? I hope so. Bob says, good job, little buddy. Looking forward to seeing you guys. It's been almost 2 weeks. Yeah, we do a lot together. I see you guys. I see you guys more than some of my friends. My friend, I didn't mean that. I didn't. Some of my local friends, I meant. So thanks, Tony. Didn't know you were here. Sylvia, first time here. Good to see you. And look, you don't have to turn your camera on. I always bust Sylvia's chops on the calls. Turn your camera on, kid. She's doing a good job with it. Good to see you here. We're here every day, 8 a.m. Eastern, kicking off the day with personal development, business development stuff, some sort of topic that I hope will help you level up in life or business. So, nope, I heard an elephant. Yeah. So everybody's trying to get better. Everybody here wants you to win. Okay. So guys, let me know what you're up to this weekend. What's going on? Who's getting out and doing something? Geese are sounding less honky. Yes, they are. Fewer of them, but the wheeze, deep breath, and then the cough, it's going away. But boy, I'll tell you, like usually on an antibiotic or a prednisone or something like that, it's 1 day, 2 days, and bam, I'm gone. I'm right back with it. But this is like day 5 of this stuff. So I'm glad I got on it when I did. Because I was going south fast. If I hadn't, I probably would not be making it next week, or wouldn't be in a very good shape to be making it next week to Bubba's thing. So, you guys would have been stuck with Bubba and Steve all week, and wouldn't have had my smiling face. So, who's he calling a honky? Jeez, Bubba, you're gonna get us in trouble. All right, Sylvia says my company's doing a parade for the first time this Saturday. That's great. Who's getting outside this weekend and doing stuff? We got pretty much prep for the trip today. I got up early today working on tuning up my presentations for Mid-South Pond retreat, which is next week. We'll be heading out Sunday. Guys, if you still want to come, you certainly can. We got day passes available. Rachel says I meant to give you some feedback. Yeah, perfect. Getting some work at the parents and in-laws that I've been putting off. Yeah, I think I'm. If my dad hasn't done the leaves yet, I'm going to go over tomorrow and help him kick that in the butt. And I kind of like just like running the leaf blower, but he probably won't let me. I'll be dragging the tarp if I know him. So give him a hand, get the yard cleaned up, and we have a condo, so the guys were here yesterday doing all that stuff. So we don't really have to do that stuff anymore. I did that for 20 plus years, and honestly, I don't miss it. So I do need to bring the patio furniture in, get the patio cleaned up and ready for snow. So Dan Bennett says breakfast with Uncle Tim and Mr. Bunker tomorrow. Flight to Memphis on Sunday morning. Yeah, I love it. We'll be heading out Sunday morning as well. Fingers crossed that the air traffic control people are showing up at work consistently, even though I don't know if they're getting paid or not. But let's hope they're doing a good job and paying attention to the screen and stuff, right? So anyway, Dave says spending time tomorrow morning with my little mentee. Good. Love that. Love to see it. Guys, it's a process. Ask for feedback. We're all on this journey together. And I'll tell you this, DM me, let me know if there's something that you'd like me to cover or something you think I could be doing better that would enhance this. Shoot me a DM. Let me know. I'm happy to entertain it. Dan says, show up early. Yeah. Yeah, always. Yeah. Dan, I actually talked with Dan on the phone today before the live, so I knew he was going to be on time today. So visit with all three brothers tomorrow. Rarely happens. Note to self, Rachel has 3 brothers. Don't mess with Rachel. That's what I heard. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you. Love y'all. Have a great day. Check out Wendy's Etsy store. Your kindness makes a difference. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, get to the airport early. Yeah, thanks, Dan. Appreciate that. All right, guys, I'm gone. Have a great weekend. Do something great for somebody.